What's up guys, Jetty from Locked In Off-Road, and in this episode we're taking a look at the new Eb200P by Bluetti. We're going to be doing an unboxing and review, so let's get into that now. Let's go! Let's get into the unboxing. Down in the dirt. Been real bad. I've been real bad. Alright, this is everything that comes in the box. You get the 240 volt AC charger and the wall plug for that. You also get the multifunction DC charging input, which has an aviation plug on the end. You get your car charger, so SIG socket on the end of that plugs in to this. And you get your DC solar input with MC4 connectors on the end. You also get a nice little carrying pouch, chuck all your cords in so they stay neat and organised. Plus this lovely little envelope which comes with your user manual and your warranty card. The cool feature about this new 240 volt charger is that it doesn't have a fan in it like the other ones do on the other models, so you don't get any fan noise and it's not running all the time like the other ones do. This is the new Eb200P from Bluetti. We're going to take a look at the front. We have all the outputs here on the front. We've got a 2200 watt pure sine wave inverter on the front here with your 240 volt outlets. For DC we've got USB outputs, 18 watt by 2, USB A 5 volt 3 amp output, and then we've got a USB-C 100 watt amp output. We also up here have a 30 amp output with the aviation style plug again at 30 amps, 12 volts. Over here we have the little barrel style connectors, they're 10 amps, and then we have the normal SIG socket, that's also another 10 amp output. The unit itself has a 248 watt capacity, so that works out to be about 170 amp hours if you're using that system of measuring. On the top of the unit has two 15 watt wireless charging outputs for your phone, so you can just chuck them straight on the top. That'll start charging your phone up. It's pretty convenient. These are the two inputs on the side of the Bluetti. So we have, this is the DC port, and then we have the 240 volt port just here. So this is the aviation style plug, looks like that. And as I showed before, this just plugs in there. It's got a couple of little notches on it. As you can see, that lines up in there, then that just screws on. So that gives you a secure fixing there, so it's not going to come out easily. Then you have the multi-use on the end, which you then can plug your SIG socket onto, or you can plug your MC4 solar connectors onto, like that. And the AC input's even more simple. Literally just plug straight in, and that'll give you charging. On the end of the unit, it's got a fan on each end, so one's a pulling fan, one's a pushing fan. That keeps all the internals cool. On the back of the unit we have a little bit of information about it, pretty much all the information about it, all the outputs, what they are rated at, and then we have the model, battery capacity. Underneath the unit we have 4 rubber feet, and on the top of each side we have 2 carry handles, which are just here. We'll have a little gander now at the website and I'll run you through the specs on there and what it says about it. So the easiest way to get to the website from here will be click on the link in the description, then come up here to my Bluetti link. We'll come up here to shop, drop down Eb200P, scroll down, we've got features, which is the page we're on. 15 outlets. So 7 ways to recharge: generator, lead acid, car. So 900 watt max solar input, 400 watt AC charging, 1300 watt max overall charging, so that's AC plus solar charging, and then dual 800 watt AC charging. So you can put 2 AC chargers in. Come up here, take a look at the tech specs. We got the capacity there. They're Life PO4 batteries, so lithium iron phosphate. That's a good stable battery, which a lot of the other competitors are using the nickel batteries instead. So you get a lot more life out of these ones too. So 3500 plus cycles, and then after that it'll only reduce down to 80% of the original capacity. So it still works, but you just have a little less capacity than what you started off with. And then shelf life information there, so recharge to 80% every 3 to 6 months if you're just storing it away. It's got an inbuilt MPPT charger and BMS 12 to 24 volt from the cigarette lighter, so that'll give you about 100 watts on 12 volt and about 200 watts on 24 volt. There's the recharge times, so from 0 using 400 watts you get 5.5 to 6 hours. Using 900 watts of solar, 3 to 3.5 hours. And then we got 12 to 24 volt, 10 to 20 hours. That's what I was saying there before, 100 watts versus 200 watts. And then AC adapter plus solar will give you 2 to 2.5 hours, so that's very quick. Dual AC adapters, 4 to 4.5 hours. Extra adapter is required, so it only comes with one in the box. And you need an adapter to put that into the DC plug. It does do pass-through charging, so I'll just use the power coming in to run the appliances off the unit. There's the weight there, so 28.1 kilograms, and the dimensions right there. And you get a 24-month warranty. So that's about it. We'll jump back into the video. I'll see you there. Now we've gone through all the specs on the website, we have a bit more of an idea of what this thing can do. So we'll jump in, I'll show you the menu up close, and I'll show you little things that I didn't know when I first started using it. We'll hit the button here and start it up. Get a little green light indicator, the screen will come on and start initializing. So here's a close-up shot of the menu. The DC and AC on switches are just here, so all you have to do is press on them. It's a touch screen, so and then you just turn that on. That'll activate the DC. It also shows up here. That's your wattage draw, so it'll give you an indication of that. Over here you have the AC on and off. It's pretty simple, just press that. You can hear that kick in, and that'll also give you a wattage here on your AC load. So to turn them off, same thing, press on the button, off. In the middle here you've got the percentage, so it's at 88% at the moment. I think they ship at about 80%, and then you've also got a little ring around the outside there. That's your solar input just there, so that'll give you an indication of how much solar is coming into the unit. Over here this is your AC input, so it'll give you a wattage reading of that from the grid power. This is the home page. In settings here we have a bunch of different things. There's eco on and off, so as you can see there, that gives you the information you need about that. Then you have your DC input. You can change that to PV, which is for your solar, and then over here others, that'll be for charging off your car on others. So make sure you switch that over to PV, and that'll allow you to charge off the MPPT charger that's built into the unit and get the best out of your solar. So the next button down here in the settings, you can control the backlight brightness of the display. Also touch sound on and off. You have your date and time settings there. Also the sleep time on the display just here, so you can change that to 30, 1 minute, 5 minutes, and never. You have your data in here. That's your product info, so that gives you the version and everything like that, and the model. Over here this lets you know how much volts and wattage is coming in from your DC. This one is your AC adapter. It'll also give you information on that. This is your DC output, so that's all the readouts it'll give you from there, which isn't bad to know. That way you can calculate how much power you're using and how much you're going to need. There's your AC output. You got battery info, so that'll tell you how many volts are in the battery. The battery state of charge here is at 88%, and battery state is in standby. Then you have an alarm history, So I've got none, and you can just clear them there and say yes. That'll come up when you've overloaded or if there's an error. And you also have a quick to the alarms just there. That's about it for the menus. Just to let you know, Bluetti did send me out the Eb200P for testing and review. No money was exchanged of hands, so this is all my own opinion and findings throughout testing the unit. I've got a little video up there so you can see me testing it out. I'm actually cooking on an air fryer when I was out camping the other weekend on it, and it went very well. Ribs are now sauced up, so I'll chuck these in the basket, lock that back in, air fryer's kicking back in, check over on the Bluetti here, pulling 1475 watts. I've also run a welder off this to weld up an exhaust, and it went well. It had no issues. The alarms didn't trip or anything. It was showing how many watts it was running through. Once it was running, drop back down. This here's a little adapter I made from MC4 to Anderson plug, because a lot of solar panels come with Anderson plug, so I made that. That just plugs in there. Then in the Anderson plug, boom, we charge them with solar. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like the video. Comment down below if you have any questions about the unit. Don't forget to check out my previous video on the Eb200P. I also have a review and a solo mission video when I first got the EB55. Check out my link in the description. Bluetti units always go on sale. This particular one's on sale at the moment. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. Also, go follow me on all my socials, Instagram, TikTok, and remember, stay locked in.